America's farmers work hard. They grow the food we eat. One delicious crop is sweet corn. We love it on the cob. We use it in countless recipes. From field to table, sweet corn is a true American favorite. Harvesting corn is a time of celebration. It signals the end of summer. Families and communities come together. They share the work and the bounty of the season. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or a backyard gardener, there's a special satisfaction in harvesting your own sweet corn. It's a connection to the land, to tradition, and to the simple pleasure of good food. So let's get our hands dirty and learn the ins and outs of harvesting this American staple. Timing is everything when it comes to harvesting corn. Harvest too early, and the kernels will be small and underdeveloped, lacking the sweetness and juiciness that make corn so delightful. Wait too long, and the sugars will turn to starch, leaving you with tough, flavorless corn that is far from enjoyable. So, how do you know when your corn is at its peak? There are a few key indicators to look for. First, look for ears that are full and plump, with the silks turning brown and dry. This is a sign that the corn is maturing properly. Next, gently peel back a small section of the husk and pierce a kernel with your fingernail. This simple test can tell you a lot. If the liquid inside is milky, your corn is ready for picking. This milky substance indicates peak ripeness and maximum sweetness. Remember, different varieties of corn mature at different rates. Some may be ready earlier in the season, while others take longer. It's always a good idea to consult with your local agricultural extension or experienced gardeners in your area for specific guidance on timing your harvest for your chosen variety. They can provide valuable insights tailored to your local growing conditions and the specific type of corn you are cultivating. Harvesting corn is simple. First, grab the ear of corn firmly near the top. Then, with a quick downward twist, snap the ear off the stalk. It's important to twist as you break the ear to avoid damaging the stalk. Once you've harvested an ear, inspect it for any signs of damage or pests. Discard any ears that look compromised. Place the good ears gently into a basket or container to avoid bruising. Now, repeat the process until you've harvested all the ripe ears. It's best to harvest in the cool of the morning, when the sugars in the corn are at their peak. You don't need fancy equipment to harvest sweet corn. In fact, the most important tool is your own two hands. However, a few simple items can make the job a bit easier. A sturdy basket or container is essential for collecting your harvested ears. Look for something with a wide opening for easy loading and a comfortable handle for carrying. A pair of gardening gloves will protect your hands from sharp corn husks and the occasional prickly stalk. For larger harvests, a wheelbarrow or garden cart can be a backsaver, allowing you to easily transport large quantities of corn from the field to your processing area. Section 5. Shucking good time. Handling your harvested corn. Once you've brought your harvest in from the field, it's time to shuck the corn. Shucking simply means removing the husks and silks from the ears. This is a job that's best done soon after picking to preserve freshness. To shuck an ear of corn, start by peeling back the husk from the top, removing as much silk as you can. Then continue peeling down the ear, removing the husk and silk in layers. Discard the husks and silks in a compost bin or designated area. Once the corn is shucked, you can rinse the ears under cool water to remove any remaining silks or debris. Section 6. Preserving the bounty. Storing and enjoying your corn. In this section, we'll explore the best ways to store and savor your freshly harvested corn, ensuring you can enjoy its sweet, juicy flavor long after the harvest season. Freshly picked sweet corn is a true delight, and it's best enjoyed as soon as possible. The sugars in corn start converting to starch immediately after picking, so the sooner you eat it, the sweeter it will be. However, if you're lucky enough to have a surplus, there are several ways to preserve your harvest. Preserving corn allows you to enjoy its delicious taste throughout the year, even when it's out of season. For short-term storage, refrigerate your shucked corn in a perforated plastic bag. This method is simple and effective, keeping your corn fresh for up to a week. This will help to retain moisture while allowing the corn to breathe. Proper ventilation is key to preventing mold and spoilage. For longer-term storage, freezing is a great option. Freezing preserves the corn's flavor and texture, making it a convenient choice for future meals. Blanch the corn for a few minutes in boiling water, then cool it quickly in an ice bath. This process stops enzyme actions that can cause loss of flavor, color, and texture. Once cool, cut the kernels off the cob and store them in freezer-safe bags or containers. Be sure to remove as much air as possible from the bags to prevent freezer burn. Canned corn is another preservation method, but it requires a pressure canner and strict adherence to safety guidelines. Canning allows you to store corn for an extended period without the need for refrigeration. Consult a trusted canning resource for detailed instructions. Proper canning techniques are essential to ensure the safety and quality of your preserved corn. Whether you choose to refrigerate, freeze, or can your corn, these methods will help you enjoy the taste of summer all year round. Section 7. Secrets of the Soil. Tips for growing prize-winning corn. Growing your own sweet corn is a rewarding experience. There's nothing quite like the taste of fresh corn harvested straight from your garden. While it does require some effort, the payoff in flavor and satisfaction is well worth it. Imagine the joy of biting into a juicy, sweet ear of corn that you nurtured from seed to harvest. Here are a few tips to help you grow a bountiful crop. With the right care and attention, you can achieve a harvest that will make you proud. Corn thrives in full sun and well-drained soil. It's essential to choose the right spot in your garden to ensure your plants get the best start. Choose a planting location that receives at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. The more sunlight, the better, as corn plants need plenty of energy to grow tall and produce large ears. Before planting, amend your soil with compost or other organic matter to improve drainage and fertility. This step is crucial for providing the nutrients your corn will need throughout the growing season. Corn is a heavy feeder, so be prepared to fertilize regularly throughout the growing season. A well-fed corn plant is a productive corn plant. Side dress with a balanced fertilizer when the plants are about a foot tall, and again when the tassels appear. This ensures that your plants have the nutrients they need at critical growth stages. Finally, be vigilant about pest and disease control. Pests and diseases can quickly ruin a promising crop if not managed properly. Inspect your plants regularly for signs of trouble and consult with your local agricultural extension or gardening experts for advice on identifying and addressing any issues. Regular monitoring and early intervention can make all the difference in maintaining a healthy, productive cornfield. Section 8. From Field to Feast. Enjoying your homegrown corn. There's nothing quite like biting into an ear of freshly picked, homegrown sweet corn. The kernels burst with sweetness, and the flavor is simply unmatched. One of the simplest and most satisfying ways to enjoy sweet corn is straight off the cob. Simply steam or boil the ears until tender, then slather with butter, sprinkle with salt and pepper, and enjoy. But don't stop there. Sweet corn is incredibly versatile and can be used in countless recipes. Add it to salads, soups, stews, and casseroles. Make cornbread, fritters, or relish. The possibilities are endless. Section 9. A Shared Harvest. Celebrating community and tradition. Harvesting sweet corn is often a communal activity. Families and friends gather together to share the work and the bounty. Children run through the fields, their laughter echoing in the air. Stories are shared, and memories are made. These gatherings are a testament to the enduring power of tradition and the importance of community. They remind us that food connects us, nourishes us, and brings us together. So, the next time you enjoy an ear of sweet corn, take a moment to appreciate the hard work and dedication of the farmers who grew it and the sense of community that surrounds this beloved crop. Section 10. The Circle of Seasons. Looking forward to next year's harvest. As the last ears of sweet corn are harvested and the days grow shorter, we're reminded that the cycle of seasons continues. The fields will lay fallow for a time, resting and rejuvenating before the arrival of spring. But even as we bid farewell to another harvest season, we can look forward to the promise of new beginnings. We'll plant our seeds again, nurture our crops, and eagerly anticipate the day when we can once more enjoy the sweet taste of summer's bounty. Until then, let's savor the memories of this past harvest and the joy that comes from connecting with the land, our food, and each other.